Welcome to Merv Griffin's Crosswords. Max Draster, an attorney from California, and Gina Lee, a restaurant owner from New York. Thank you all. Welcome to Merv Griffin's Crosswords. So like winner take all, battle in the brains. Now there are two solvers for Brainiacs for today. Max Draster is here from California. He's like going to visit at the for planning. Yeah, so firstly I'd like to visit go planning and for Fridays and like to go with the Golden Gate Bridge and then also can do visit at San Francisco Bay. I like going to San Francisco Bay. Yeah, Max, well, welcome. Gina Lee is here from New York. She's like serving lunch at school. Yes, like for serving lunch at school and for kids, yeah. Especially for high schoolers. Yeah, like Gina. Welcome to boat. Like the game is played first player robots who correct and the correct spelling earns cash. And if you get it wrong, we subtract them off your score and your opponent making a shot at it. You both ready to play? Yes, yes. All right, let's do crossword. Here's a look at their puzzle to complete today. Hands on those buzzers, players. Go up to your boat. Here's our first clue. 4 letters, $100. Sesame Street red ticklish puppet. Max. Elmo, E-L-M-O. Elmo is correct. Here's your next clue. 4 letters, $100. Give off as fumes. Max. Emit, E-M-I-T. Emit is correct. Here's your next clue. 4 letters, $100. Elena's Bose Yar. Max. No, sorry, Max. Gina? Nate, N-A-T-E. That's correct, Gina. Our next clue. 8 letters, $150. Electronics from Apple to soda laptops. For example. It's a tricky one. Soda note. Soda note. Okay, here's your next. 6 letters, $100. Changes to survive. Gina. Adapts. A-D-A-P-T-S. Adapts, and you also discover the crossword getaway means Gina, you want a trip to where? Sonoma Valley, California. Enjoying the adapts in Sonoma Valley. .com. Congratulations, Gina. Let's put that $100 was for a trip. What can we be before the end of the show? All right, back to our puzzle. Here's your next clue. 10 letters, $150. Newspaper reporter. Max. Oh, no, sorry, Max. Gina? I don't know. No, sorry. It was a tricky one. Journalist. Journalist on that one. Sure. Here's your next. 5 letters, $100. Empathetic denial. Max. No way. N-O-W-A-Y. No way is correct. Here's your next clue. 3 letters, $100. Baby blank Barney little pal. Gina. Bop, B-O-P. Bop is correct. Okay, here's your next clue. 7 letters, $150. Mountain Chile famous for landslides after 1960 earthquakes. Max. Avalanche. No, sorry, Max. Look, it's a tricky one. Trout can on that one. All right, here's your next clue. 5 letters, $100. Weather Channel graphic source. Gina. Radar. R-A-D-A-R. Radar is correct. And you also discovered the crossword extra, which includes only Gina may answer. Now, Gina, since you have how much you want to risk? Let's go for $500. $500. You go for $500. 4 letters. Engage in diatribe. Talk. T-A-L-K. No, Gina. Sorry. Look at what we're looking for. Rave. Rave on that one. Okay, here's your next clue. 5 letters, $100. Garbage, cement, ice cream, mail, snowplow, for example. Gina. A truck, T-R-U-C-K. Truck is correct. Here's your next clue. 4 letters, $100. Red velvet, yellow, or chocolate for desserts, for parties or birthdays. Max. Cake, C-A-K-E. Cake is correct. That's the end of a round. Scores are Gina minus 200 Sonoma trip. Max in a lead of $100. Butter spoilers lurking in the shadows. Right back. Welcome back to Merv Griffin's Crosswords. At the Raver tough for first ground. Gina minus $200. Max in a lead of $100. Trip. But we have the predictive probably comes. Here comes our spoilers. Say hello to David Reed from Florida, Bobby Temperament from New York, and Don McEmery from California. Next clue. 5 letters, $200. Call from or back again. Max. Avoke. A-V-O-K-E. Avoke is correct. Here's your next clue. 4 letters, $200. First M from M&M's. Gina. Mars. M-A-R-S. Nice job, Gina. Here's your next clue. 5 letters, $200. Part of a Valentine's Day delivery. Gina. Stems. S-T-E-M-S. Stems is correct. And you also discovered that crossword getaway means, Gina, you want a trip to where? San Francisco, California. Enjoy the stems in San Francisco. Where is that? .com. All right, congratulations, Gina. Let's put that $200 certificate before the end of the show. All right, here's your next clue in the puzzle. Solvers. 4 letters, $200. News Commander Wallace. Max. Mike. M-I-K-E. Mike is correct. Max. Here's your next clue. 8 letters, $300. Handcrafted skincare for moms and babies. Max. Mama Babe. M-A-M-A-B-A-B-E. Yes, it sure is, Max. Here's your next clue. 6 letters, $200. Small vehicle in a black beetle. Max. A scarab. S-C-A-R-A-B. Way to protect that podium because Bobby's breathing on your neck. Here's your next clue. 5 letters, $200. Nepali or Lord of the Men. Max. Rules. R-U-L-E-S. No, sorry, Max. Gina. Lands. L-A-N-D-S. Also not good. It was a tricky one. Rayas on that one. Okay, here's your next. 4 letters, $200. Went ding dong. Don, get your chance. Spoil. Rang. R-A-N-G. Father spoil another place. That one, Max or Gina? Sorry, Max. Max. Yes, Don. I'm a spoiler. Go in the front row. I have another clue in the puzzle solvers. 5 letters, $200. Brand of kitchenware or surname of prominent of something in the ring. Gina. No, sorry, Gina. Bobby with a chance spoil. Norks. N-O-R-A-S. No, sorry, Bobby. Locked down for a moment. Get your opportunity to answer. This is a tricky one. Nulta on that one. Okay, here's your next. 9 letters, $300. Meat eaten or Sunday dinner. On Sunday dinner. Gina. Roast beef. R-O-A-S-T-B-E-E-F. Roast beef is correct. Here's your next clue. 4 letters, $200. Female with great features. Gina. 4. F-O-R-E. No, sorry, Gina. David with chance spoil. Face. F-A-C-E. For the spoil, no choice. Gina got that one incorrect. You must take Gina's podium, David. Bobby's back in the game. And you also discovered the crossword extra, which includes only David may answer. Now, David, since you have how much you want to risk? Let's go for 1,000. Going for 1,000. Here we go for $1,000. 3 letters. If the back of your neck itches, cut it off. David, sorry. Was tag. Tag on that one. I'm so sorry, David. Drops down to minus 1,000. All right, back to a puzzle. Here's your next clue. 6 letters, $200. Scale flair, or aptitude? Don. Talent, Talent. Nice job, Don. Protect those podium because Max is breathing on your neck. Here's your next clue. Letters, $200. Oxide forming an iron. Max, get your Jetro podium back. Rust, R-U-S-T. For the spoil, Max, here's your podium. Taking Don's podium, Max. Go to the front row. There's your next clue in the puzzle. 5 letters, $200. Tablet input devices. Bobby, get your chance to spoil. Styling, S-T-I-N-G. Sting? Nope. No, sorry, Bobby. That means you're locked out for now. This is a tricky one. Styly. Close that, Bobby. That's the end of a round. Gina minus 1,000. David minus 1,000. Max in the lead of $1,200. Had to protect those podiums when we started this break.